This is the latest all-electric offering from Skoda, and it's called the Elroq, and it gets its name by using what in English we call a portmanteau. And without getting too complicated, a portmanteau is when you take two words and put them together, like for example VW's Tiguan. That's a tiger and iguana. You put it together and you get Tiguan. In the case of the Elroq, this is a Karoq, another one of Skoda's famous cars, but this is the electrical version of it, so it's called the Electrical Karoq, Elroq. Get it? Simple, isn't it? It was launched very recently, 2025 actually, and the cars start from around £31,000. So this is, or is it, value for money? Well, we'll find out. It's also Skoda's first car to sport the new badge. Yes, Skoda have a new badge. Very nice indeed. Let's take a look around the car, see what we think of the latest offering, the latest electrical offering from Skoda, the Elroq. You're watching me, AJ, on the Player YouTube channel. If you've never seen what we do before, then feast your eyes for the next minute and a half on our little promo trailer videos. Just shows that we don't just do car reviews. There might be other stuff on there that you like, and that would make you head over to the channel a little bit more often. If you're a regular visitor to the channel, or you're a subscriber even, guys, you know what to do. Skip to the next bit. The rest of you, I'll see you in a minute and a half. This is how a car should sound. Listen to this.
I didn't really push it either. I was just having a bit of fun.
Oh, really? So there you have it, guys. Ferrari's over. My birthday present. Here we go. We're going to meet the crew and hopefully get to spend. Nice, a real one.
I think it makes a good work.
Let's go, mate. Nice to see you.
Show us your big chopper, your helicopter. So here we are, the Morgan Roadster, where we're here for the Swiss Watch Show. And guys, guess what? It's another morning here out in sunny France. Skoda Elroqs come in three different models, and they're all rear-wheel drive, apart from the VRS, which gets all-wheel drive. The Elroq 50 is your entry level. It gets a single 125 kilowatt motor, that's around 170 brake horsepower in old money. It's mated up to a 55 kilowatt battery, give you 232 miles of range and a 0 to 60 time of around 9 seconds. If you want to go for the middle of the range, that's the Elroq 60. Again, you get the single motor, but this time it's 150 kilowatts. So that's 204 brake horsepower in old money. It's mated up to a 63 kilowatt battery, and it will give you 265 miles of range and a 0 to 60 time of just 8 seconds. Top of the range cars are Elroq 85s. Again, you get a single motor, but this time it's 210 kilowatts. That's the equivalent of 286 brake horsepower. It's mated up to a much bigger battery. It's 82 kilowatt battery. So it will give you 355 miles of range and a 0 to 60 time of 5.88 seconds. Skoda Elroqs come in 5 different trim levels. Entry-level car is simply known as the SE. It's going to set you back from £31,700. That's as of 2025 when we're filming, in case you're watching me in a couple of years' time, just for the record. SEL is your next trim level, couple of grand more, few extra bits and pieces. Then you get the Edition, and then on top of that is the Sport line. And the very top of the range cars are VRSs. They are Skoda's top performance levels, and they also look really nice and really different. That level will cost you from £46,000. Entry-level cars come with a beautiful set of 19-inch alloys. Mid-range cars get 20s and top-of-the-range cars get 21s. Oh yes, they're rather large. There are 8 different paint choices available. Guess what? You're going to get excited now. Well, you will do if you like blue, because blue is included in the price. However, Any other colours between 680 and £1,035 extra. Beware of the red, slightly dear on that one. Rest of the car, well, let's check it out. See what you actually get for your £31,700 entry-level SE. All models come with keyless entry and keyless ignition. Round at the front, you get a decent pair of LED headlights with auto select and some LED running lights. There's rain sensing wipers and folding mirrors that heat up in the winter. Round at the back, there's a decent pair of LED cluster lights. There's a rear wash and wipe, a rather nice rear spoiler, and just to finish it off, on the roof you get a couple of roof rails. Inside the Elroq you get a decent 13-inch TFT touchscreen in the middle. The car benefits from an 8-speaker surround sound system, plus there's a DAB radio, Bluetooth connectivity, Android mirroring, and not forgetting wireless Apple Play. All cars get dual zone air climate control, plus driver aids include a rear view camera for when you're parking and reversing, lane keeping, sign assist, blind spot detection, predictive and adaptive cruise control, and a speed limiter with assist. You got to admit, it's a good looking car even from the back, isn't it? I love this sort of sporty rear end to it. It's got a very aerodynamic look as well. Look at the roof spoiler, the way it wraps around, and you've got these side bits down here. Really large rear windscreen as well. Get a wash and wipe, that's standard across the range as well. Obviously there's no exhaust bits coming out the bottom, but I just love the chunkiness and the roughness of this car. It's really, really nice. These big cluster LEDs that wrap around here, and you've got that, well, it's a bit fake, but it looks like an air vent that's, you know, it's, I really like it. Let's take a look inside. Now, there's two ways of doing this. You've got a little button here. You can do it on the key. So there's three ways. I forgot about the key. You can do it on the key where you hold it down and it'll open the boot. Or you can push the button there. Or if you've got handfuls of shopping or you're holding a little doggy, you just do something like this, and then it should. It never does it on. Oh, there it does. It did do it. Frightened the life out of me, but it did do it. Maybe my feet just aren't big enough. Right, moving swiftly on. 470 litres of boot space. In old money, that's about 3 suitcases. So we'll get our head around that in a minute. Couple of nice things about this car that I really like. One is the load height here. Very easy to pick things up off the floor and shift them in there. Quick tip, AJ's tip of the week. Get some sticky back plastic, stick it across here, because whatever you're going to slide in and out of here, where even if it's dogs jumping in and out, you know, the claws scratching on there, you've got quite a bit of plastic here. Get it covered up, use a bit of plastic, you know, a bit of sticky back plastic, whack it on there, costs a couple of quid. When it gets tatty and horrible, rip it off, go buy a new bit. Simple, isn't it? And then when you come to hand the car back after the end of the lease, or you sell the car, you just peel it off and give someone else the tip as well. And then the car will always stay nice and prestige, in AJ's words. Some nice bits and pieces with Skoda, as you would expect. First up, I've got to show you this. With all Skodas, you get a nice scraper. But with this new Elroq, they've put it up here. So you just pop it out. Look at that. Put your old glovies on in the winter. You can get that. Get round the windscreens, get round the mirrors, get round any bits with that, can't you? Get rid of the ice. Ooh. Right, we'll bung that back in there. They also do an umbrella, but I'll show you that in a minute when we go do the passenger bit. It's quite cool. Inside here, as I said, 470 litres. You've got some nice shelving over here. You've got 12-volt adapters, a little LED light over there. But you have an option with this car. It's around £750. If you're one of those people that likes to go away for the weekend and you want to tow your tent behind the car, you can do that with this car because, wait for it, here we go, 3, 2, 1. It's not every day you see one pop up that quick, is it? Right, you need to lock it up. It needs a little bit of help, so it's probably getting on a bit like me. No blue pills here, please. Tow bar. What a wonderful little thing to have. You also get the adapter for the tow bar for the electrics. That comes inside here as well. So you pop that in there. I do love that. I'm not a big tower person. I don't go out and tow caravans and things, but it's handy, isn't it? If you bought a jet ski, it would be very handy, wouldn't it? See, now think outside the box for younger people. I'm going to pop it back down again. Hang on, 3 pints of beer later. Oh dear, never mind. Let's put it away. I'm sure you're getting my drift there somewhere, guys. Parcel shelf. Pain in the rear because this one doesn't go anywhere underneath. You can't get rid of it. You've got to carry it around with you forever. It's a bit like a sexually transmitted disease, unfortunately. I hate parcel shelves. Let me pull this one out here. It unhooks quite easy. One thing I do love about this one, I do love this one, because here, up to 3 kilograms, you've got this cargo netting. So you can put stuff in here, like cables or whatever you're going to be carrying around with you. Pops out very nice and neatly. But as I say, you can get it in there, so it does sit in there. But if you're going to put anything on top, it's going to completely damage this, this parcel shelf. I don't even know why. Anybody know why we call them parcel shelves? Answers in the comment box down below, please, if someone would tell me. Parcel shelf. Okay, in the back here, another little thing, because we know Skodas do lots of little extra bits. There's what I call a bottle shelf. This is a really genius little bit. It's just a thing that comes across here. I'll B-roll it so you can have a look at it in a minute. You can put bottles in there when you've been shopping and they don't go sliding about all over the place. And it unhooks really nicely like that. Just pop it out. And there you go, you've got that as well. But again, you know, where do you put these? I suppose you could get it in under here. There is maybe space to get it in like that, but it's not going to sit flat. Under here, speaking of under here, let me put that with the parcel shelf. Under here, we do have the charging cables. Comes with a couple of cables, which is handy. A pannier under here, pannier. I think if you got rid of the pannier, you could probably get the parcel shelf under there. But neither here nor there. Another genius idea. Look at this, double-sided carpet. So one side is all rather smart and nice when you want it to look nice, and the other side, when you've got the doggies or you're taking your guinea pigs for a walk or something, you've got the plastic side. You could put your wellies in there, or you could put your bike in there, or whatever. When you fold this down, it's linear. It's 1,580 litres of boot space. So you get the seats go down 60-40 split. You can easily reach across, push it down like that, bang, and then bang on that one as well. Again, I'll B-roll that so you can have a look at that while I'm chatting. You will get a bike in there with the front wheel on, but you're going to have to bend it back. Not going to demonstrate it because I don't want to get the bikes out. It's come to autumn. I've just locked them all up for the winter now. But you get my drift. So you've got all your bits and pieces in there. It is a very, very practical car. My only comment is, you know, maybe somewhere to put the parcel shelf and the seats don't go completely flat. But that's nitpicking, guys. At the end of the day, Elroq's nailing it. Let's check in the back, see whether it's comfortable and practical for the passengers. First up, you're going to notice is this door. Look how far it goes back. That's going to make not only getting in and out of here easy, but you've got a kiddie seat or something, you need to locate it. How easy is it going to be just to turn it and pop it in there? Isofix points either side, also in the front seat as well. Need to note that. These are the poppy downy ones, so you're not going to lose them. They're going to stay within the car. You don't have to take them out. Very easy to locate. Pop them both down like that. Literally spin the seat round. I mean, it is very much a family car, this. And that shows in the design and build of this, because getting in and out, again, very easy. Check that out. And the comfort, really lovely. Look, I've got that in my normal driving position. My feet go right under there. It's so nice. You've got some vents in the back here. There's no rear aircon. You have to pay extra for that if you want the tri-zone air climate control. But you can at least change the air where you want it firing at you. Little place to hang your coat up there. Not that anyone wears a coat these days, but you can hang stuff up there. Nice double lights on the top here. I like those. LED, really nice. Let's take a look in the middle, because this car does come with not only a little shelf to put your arm on, but you get this nice double cup holder here. Now the good thing, you notice that with this cup holder, see how high it sits. So when you put your cup in here, if you're bombing along and you've got a boiling hot cup of coffee here, and the driver suddenly hits the anchors, you know, screeching down the road, that coffee cup is not going to go flying forward and spray the entire, you know, front passenger and the driver with boiling hot coffee. Because look at that. If you look at your little rear shelf, and it's just something I notice on cars these days. I'm getting more and more picky about it, but I like that. That means safety, you know. Anyway, pop that back like that. It is a nice, comfortable shelf, armrest, should I say, shelf, whatever you want to call it. It's very soft and squidgy, but here's the best bit. We have, wait for it, if you're in France, it is a ski hatch, because most French people do go skiing in their car. Whereas in England, we call this the DIY hatch, because guys, you know, on a Saturday, exactly where we're going to head, down to the DIY store. We're going to buy those lovely long lengths of wood that we love to, well, what do we do with them? I never figured that out, but we do buy lots of lengths of wood and things, and we can stick them through there. But if you are the skier and you want to put your skis in here, it is absolutely perfect. I will resume that back where it belongs. But I do like that. It's nice to have the little ski hatch in there. Is rather nice. I love the finish quality on this. The material is definitely wipe friendly. you could drop anything on there, sticky, sticky juices or ice creams or the odd sweet here and there. I remember once, years ago, finding a sweet that in my mum's car. I'm sure it wasn't mine or my sister's, but I found this sweet and it was all sticky and it was horrible. But this, I reckon you're just gonna wipe it off, no matter whether it's a wine gum or Roundtree's fruit pastels for those effervescent moments when you're in the back of the car. Roundtree's, a few packets would help, thank you. Anyway, sorry, swiftly moving on. Headrest right the way across, comfy, nice, loving it. Look, places to put bits in here, put your mobile in there, little pocket there, and then behind it is, if you have an even bigger, have you seen the mobiles these days? They look like laptops, they're massive. But if you've got one of them, that'll go in there as well. A couple of bits I'm just going to point out on the door. This particular model does have a nice little sunblind. Check with your Skoda salesperson when you go down there and they'll tell you which model this comes with. Nice finish as well, really lovely. One more little thing. You've got a little USB chargers down there as well, so the kids, get your kiddies in the back here. You notice I've just taken half the car apart while I'm chatting. There's 2 USBs down there as well, so the kids are not going to fight over who gets to charge their iPhone or their iPad or whatever they've got. So you've got 2 there. That's good as well. This pops out and you've got another place for putting a couple of cups or bottles or something, storage space. I really like this. All these little sort of extra bits and pieces that Skoda do. And one of them, I'm going to jump out and I'm just going to show you because it's a marvellous idea. I think all cars should have this. In the drawer here, okay, who's stolen it? Who's nicked the umbrella from the door? I was going to show you, but someone's nicked it. Never mind. Let's crack on. It comes with an umbrella as well. Just thought I'd let you know. But in the back, practical, comfortable. What more could you want? When it comes to charging your Skoda Elroq, pretty simple. Round at the back here, I know some cars have it on the front wings or under the front bonnet piece, but all Elroqs get it round at the back here. Nice little easy flap to open, push it like that. Inside, whoa, all IP rated, just joking. No way you're going to get a shock in here whatsoever. You can fiddle about with it. I'm not that I suggest you do because you don't want to break it. Even if it's pouring with rain and you've got to put charge in, just stick your charge. It's all going to be covered. You're absolutely fine. Now, Skoda Elroqs can charge at up to 175 kilowatts an hour. Now, I know what you're saying, AJ, what does that mean? Well, most of the chargers here in the UK are between 50 and 150 kilowatts an hour. So you're not going to get the full bang for your buck, that 175, unless you go looking for a supercharger. Now, if you find a supercharger and you get this on charge and it's giving you a full bang for your buck, it's going to go from 10 to 80% full of charge in around about 25 minutes, which is pretty good. Home charging, that's where you want to be because you don't want to be out on the road charging. Over here in the UK, it's 80 pence per kilowatt. That costs a fortune. So you really want to be home charging this car. 7.2 kilowatt home charger, 5.5 to 6 hours. Overnight charge, it's going to give you a nice constant rate every day. Come home, stick it on charge and away you go. Now, depending on what battery configuration you go for, all of that, you're going to end up with up to 340 miles of range. Pretty much nailing it. But we'll check that when we get it out on the road. This is an absolutely lovely car to drive. It's super quiet, it is super comfortable, the peripheral vision all round is excellent, lovely big mirrors, love the mirrors, and just generally sitting here is an absolute pleasure. No range anxiety, I'm getting 3.9 to 4 miles to the kilowatt. That's exactly what it says on the tin, so no worries there. I love the big screen in the middle here. It's so easy to use, really, and the little buttons below down here. Once you figure out what each one does to change the heating, there's a heating button down here. You've got driving mode button down here as well. With different driving modes, you can set the car up, like on a long distance drive, I would say, set it up into the normal mode. The economy one, set it up when you're around town. Also, another thing to mention down here on the little toggle, which is your forward and reverse, there is a B setting on there. Again, if you're driving in traffic, I would put it in the B setting. It gives you more regen, puts more battery power back into it using the kinetic energy from the recoup of the brakes and the coasting and things like that. And then normal highway driving, I'd just go straight into the D for drive and let it do its thing. Generally all round practical. It's a good looking car as well. Looking at it from driving through the the beautiful forest here today, kind of matches with the green and the colour of the car. Generally though, a car of this nature, for the price, for the actual entry level price, I don't think you're going to go far wrong with it. Warranty wise, you've got decent warranty, 3 years, 60,000 miles. I'll tell you about all that in a minute when we do the summary. And then, yeah, just driving and enjoying this car, I think is what Skoda have achieved. And it really ticks all my boxes when it comes to, a mid-size compact SUV, all electric SUV. We should mention that. Little tip I'm going to give you when it comes to charging this car out on the road. I've started giving little tips here and there for bits and pieces that I find, we review a lot of these cars, and I think it's good to give you a little tip. Use the battery preconditioner. It will heat the battery. It takes between, depending on the ambient temperature outside, it will take between half an hour and 40 minutes to preheat the battery to a temperature that will allow a supercharger to give you the full bang for your buck. So, earlier on we needed to put some charge in the car. I put the preheater on. It doesn't change the mileage or the range of your car, but what it does is it starts to heat that battery up so it can accept a much higher charge rate. And it really does work, because when I pulled up, I was up to 143 kilowatts of charging power available. Used a supercharger, and within 5 minutes, it was starting to charge at its full rate. So it's well worth knowing that. Little tips: battery preconditioning, making sure that you've got that battery up to its optimum temperature. Don't forget, in the winter, it's probably going to take a little bit longer, whereas in the summer, obviously, it being a lot higher temperature, hopefully, if we get a decent summer, then you won't have to put it on for as long. But well worth knowing that. As far as charging, yeah, again, it does exactly what Skoda say on the tin. It would have done a full charge in around about 25 minutes. Optimal charging rate around 80% to keep this tip top. All in all though, fantastic, comfortable, lovely driving position, beautiful car to drive. What more can I say? Elroq is absolutely nailing it when it comes to the electric SUV segment in the market. So there you have it, guys, the Skoda Elroq. What did I think of it? What didn't I think of it? This is an amazing bit of kit, and if you don't go down and give one a test drive and have a chat all about it, then yeah, you're losing the plot. You're missing the whole point of this car. If you're in the market for a subcompact family SUV, value for money, practical, comfortable, and does what it says on the tin when it comes to the range, lose all that range anxiety, can charge it quick, then this car's got to be in my top 3. It's absolutely stunning. And I've got to say, Skoda, you've nailed it with the Elroq. It's simply brilliant. Need to mention, almost forgot to mention, warranty. Very, very important, guys. Warranty, 3 years or 60,000 miles, whichever comes first. And you also get an amazing battery warranty. Now, the battery warranty, very, very important. Electric car, anything goes wrong with this battery, mega buckos. So you want it fully covered. 8 years or 100,000 miles, whichever comes first. But during that period, if the battery health, you know what I'm talking about when I'm talking battery health, buy yourself a new phone. When you first get it, it lasts for like 2 days without charging it. But after about a year, you find yourself charging it twice a day. That's your battery health. Now with a car, it's a lot more expensive than replacing a battery on an iPhone, for example, a lot more. So this car is covered for 8 years or 100,000 miles. If that health drops down to as low as 70%, Skoda will replace it. Simple as that. You also get 12 years anti-corrosion warranty. So anything under here that goes wrong within 12 years, not that it's ever going to, because this car is so well built, it's part of the VW group, you're fully covered on that. You get 3 years paint warranty. This beautiful paint is covered for 3 years as well. And on top of that, the minute that you drive one of these off the forecourt, out of the showroom, wherever you're going to collect it from, you're fully covered with roadside assistance as well. Now, another thing to talk about, speak to your Skoda salesperson about the extra packs, the tow bar thing, which I showed you earlier. That's a great little thing to have. It's really, really handy. But there are things like travel assistance packs, there's comfort packs, there's a winter pack, highly recommend you get the winter pack because you get the heated seats, you get the tri-zone air, climate control and all things like that for not a lot of extra money. So bear that in mind, speak to them, and also speak to them about extending the warranty. So if you're going to have this car, say you're buying the car, not leasing it, for example, you're going to have it, say, 3, maybe 4, even 5 years, then you can extend the warranty. All the warranties, anything you buy with this car can be instantly sent over to the new owner as well. It's instantly transferable, no problem whatsoever. Again, you know, these are all little bits that you need to speak to Skoda about when you go down for the test drive. Guys, you've been watching me, AJ, on the Player YouTube channel. Don't forget, like, subscribe and comment. It's down there, the comment box is down below. Now, some people think, oh, I don't really have a question, AJ, but you might have an experience. You might want to know something else about this car that maybe we forgot to cover. Maybe we forgot to tell you about something, or maybe on the very, very rare instance, I might have got something wrong. Well, we won't talk about that. But just for the sake of it, there is a comment box down below. Next to it, you will see there is a subscribe button. Now, I would really love you to subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. It helps us to get more cars to give you more reviews. So, you know, at the end of the day, if you subscribe, leave the bell sign unchecked because you get regular updates. And don't forget, we don't just do car reviews. You saw that at the beginning as well. So there's a ton of other stuff that we do. The other thing I'm going to ask you for is, and I'm going to replace it with someone, not replace it, return it with something. I'll explain. So down there, there's a thumbs up button. That means you liked what you've just seen. If you thumbs up, I don't get a bonus. We don't get a bonus because there's a whole crew behind this. We don't get a bonus. We don't get any pay rise or anything like that. What we get by you thumbs upping is the bosses and the sponsors of this channel go, well done, AJ. Let's keep going. Let's do some more cars. Let's do some more boats. Let's get away. Let's do this. Let's do that. And the rest of the crew, we all basically keep our jobs through you going, just thumbs up in saying you like the video. Simple, isn't it? But I said I'd give you something in return. I know there's no such thing as a free lunch. Well, there is in my books. Because, and speaking of books, The Player is not just a YouTube channel. Guys, you are missing the plot here. It's a massive publication called The Player International. It's a men's lifestyle magazine, or bookazine as they actually call the physical product. I'm going to hold one up now. Editor, do us a favour. There you go. So I'm holding it up now. You can see it. That is the bookazine. What I'm going to offer you in return, because we can't give you the actual bookazine, they're £100 each. I know, 100 quid for a book. Have you heard of that? It's crazy. Comes out every 3 months, but what you can have is the online version. It's exactly the same. It's no different. It's exactly the same. So as you turn, you can, look, just head over to www.theplayer.co.uk. Hang on, love this bit. Editor, wait for it, coming in, down there. There you go. www.theplayer.co.uk. I'll leave it up there for a couple of minutes. The book contains, online as well as the physical book, 220 pages of cars, boats, there's jet skis, there's holidays, look, I'm holding it up, flicking through the pages, there's interviews, there's food, there's everything that you could imagine within that book. And it's all yours for free because you watch me, AJ, on the Player YouTube channel. And all you've got to do is head over and stick your name and email. Nothing else, no credit cards, no form of payments, no inside leg measurement. I don't want to know how many dogs you've got or how many wives you have. All I want to know is your name, surname and your email address, because then you can access that online, flick the pages, zoom in, zoom out, download it, read it at your heart's content. Guys, thanks for watching. Been watching me, AJ, on the Player YouTube channel. I will catch you next week, hopefully with something equally as gorgeous as the Skoda Elroq and equally as fun to drive. This is AJ signing out. Catch you next week, guys.